You thought the drama was over? Oh no, we're just getting warmed up. What happened at Papoose and Claressa Shields' so-called private wedding feels like a wild mix of a Tyler Perry movie and a Zeus Network reality show. Picture it: a wig flying through the air, Remy Ma screaming like it's a battle scene, and Papoose standing there frozen like Elsa at the altar. So, what do you get when you mix a bitter ex, a world champion boxer, and a wedding that was supposed to stay a secret? Nothing but chaos, betrayal, and enough drama to shut down the entire city of New York. And the real kicker? Remy Ma didn't just show up. She stormed in, dragged Claressa in front of everyone like it was a WWE match, and left the room absolutely stunned. Meanwhile, Papoose stood there like someone had yanked the Wi-Fi out of his brain. Secret invites, leaked footage, a lace front left on the floor like a fallen soldier. You truly won't believe what went down behind those velvet curtains. Stay with me, because what's about to unfold might just be the craziest celebrity wedding disaster we've seen this year. Let's rewind, because this disaster didn't start with a sweet once upon a time. No, it started when Remy Ma's name was missing from the guest list. Imagine it: a small, dimly lit ballroom just outside Atlanta. Candles glowing, violins softly playing, guests whispering about how beautiful the bride looked. Everything seemed perfect. But if you know anything about hip-hop royalty, when things seem too calm, you know a storm is coming. The bride? Claressa Shields, two-time Olympic gold medalist and new reality TV star. The groom? Papoose, the man who built a reputation on loyalty. Or so we thought. The wedding was kept a secret for a reason. Rumor has it Claressa didn't want outside energy messing up her big day. Translation? She didn't want Remy Ma anywhere near it. But this isn't just any ex-wife. We're talking about Remy Ma, the Bronx legend who survived a 7-year prison sentence and still walked out in heels and a record deal. So how did Remy find out? An anonymous caterer with a good Wi-Fi connection spilled that a mutual friend accidentally shared a private Snap story about the wedding and forgot to block Remy from seeing it. And once she found out, Remy didn't take it well. She showed up without an invite, wearing red heels, a trench coat, and an attitude. She walked right past security, told an usher, "Don't touch me, I've got history with the groom," and stormed into the ballroom like it was a final rap battle. Claressa was in the middle of a toast, microphone in hand, champagne raised. The music suddenly stopped. Guests gasped. Heads turned. One bridesmaid whispered, "Oh no, she's here." Remy didn't say a word at first. She marched up to the stage, locked eyes with Papoose, then turned toward Claressa. And then it happened. The wig snatch heard around the world. Multiple guests confirmed it, and even though TikTok scrubbed the leaked video for graphic hair trauma, plenty of people saw it. Remy grabbed Claressa's lace front and shouted, "You thought I wouldn't find out?" People scrambled to film it, hiding behind flower arrangements and centerpieces. And the crazy part? Papoose did nothing. The same man who once rapped about protecting his queen just stood there, frozen, holding the ring box like it was evidence, in a murder trial. One guest said, "It was like he was buffering in real life." Claressa, a trained fighter, didn't swing back. She stood there holding her wig in one hand and her dignity in the other, whispering something to her maid of honor, maybe, "Get my purse," or "Get my gloves." Security? Nowhere to be found. Apparently, they were off enjoying the vegan buffet. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, it did. A relative of Papoose said Remy didn't even yell after snatching the wig. She raised her glass, looked around the room, and said, "To loyalty, may it rest in peace." The room was dead silent. One woman fainted. Another tried to live stream the chaos, but accidentally had her camera stuck on selfie mode. Claressa looked like she was going through all 5 stages of grief: shock, denial, anger, bargaining, and eventually ready to throw hands. But wait, there's more. Remy pulled out a manila envelope. Inside, DMs, hotel receipts, and screenshots. The receipts no one was ready for. Witnesses say Remy waved the papers and shouted, "You've been sneaking around since last August. You said it was about boxing, not this kind of ring." At this point, the room exploded into whispers. And guess what? The whole thing was accidentally live-streamed by the wedding DJ, who had forgotten to turn off his Twitch channel. By the time Claressa even fixed her edges, the footage was all over Instagram, reposted by the Shade Room, Lipstick Alley, and even a fake Twitter account pretending to be Remy's dog. And just when Remy turned dramatically to leave, flipping her hair like she was on a reality show, Papoose finally moved. But instead of going to Claressa, he walked straight toward Remy. Yes, you heard that right, not the bride. Remy. He leaned in and, according to a guest who claims to be an expert lip reader, thanks to years of reality TV, Papoose whispered, "I told you I wasn't ready. They pushed this wedding on me." Wait. What? Who's they? Claressa? Her team? The planner? Apparently, there had been rumors for weeks that Claressa was rushing the wedding to lock Papoose down before any Remy-related drama surfaced. And that envelope? Papoose didn't throw it away. Nope. He picked it up and held onto it like it contained all the secrets of the universe. Meanwhile, Claressa stood there, a false eyelash dangling off her cheek, completely stunned. Bridesmaids were crying. Someone from the groom's side shouted, "This is why you don't do industry weddings." And the poor violinist packed up, muttering, "I didn't practice 12 years for this." But oh no, it wasn't over. Claressa's cousin, let's call her Kendra with the curls, lunged at Remy. And right there in the $60,000 reception hall, a full-on Bronx versus Flint showdown broke out. Remy dodged Kendra effortlessly and clapped back, "Touch me and I'll drop more screenshots than an Android user." Security finally stumbled back into the scene, 40 minutes late and out of breath. But honestly, there's no calming down a Remy Ma ambush. It's like trying to put out a wildfire with a bottle of Evian. By the time most guests left, the cake was still untouched, and the DJ was stuck awkwardly playing Beyoncé's Best Thing I Never Had on repeat, like the universe itself had chosen the soundtrack for the mess. Meanwhile, the press had already picked it up. Wicked Out Weddings started trending within hours. Memes popped up like crazy. Twitter couldn't stop laughing. People joked that Remy said, "Speak now or forever snatch this lace." And to make it even worse, screenshots surfaced allegedly showing Claressa messaging Papoose behind Remy's back before the divorce was final. As the dust settled, Remy hopped into a black SUV blasting "Conceited," leaving the wedding behind like it was just another Tuesday. And according to a valet worker, Remy's car didn't head home. It made a detour to a hotel just 10 minutes away. Now guess which hotel that was? Yep, the same one where Papoose and Claressa were supposed to spend their wedding night. Talk about a post-wedding plot twist. The night was supposed to be about love and new beginnings, but it turned into pure chaos. Papoose never even showed up to his own wedding. Claressa was left alone at the hotel, sitting in her white dress, holding back tears, trying to figure out how to erase the wedding hashtag from her Instagram bio. There was no groom, no honeymoon suite, and no fairy tale ending. Just a broken heart, a missing manila envelope, and a lot of confusion. Meanwhile, Remy Ma posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story that night. It was a plain black screen with the words, "Truth always wins in the end." People went wild. Her comment section exploded as fans begged her to spill the full story. Her DMs were flooded and even Cardi B couldn't help but react, posting, "Damn sis, now I need popcorn and a therapist." As for Papoose, he completely disappeared. No Instagram posts, no tweets, no interviews. Just one lonely photo the next morning. A black and white shot of him sitting on a bench with the caption, "Sometimes silence is the loudest truth." If that wasn't a silent confession, we don't know what is. But hang on, because the drama wasn't over. In fact, it was just heating up. Fast forward 24 hours after the wedding disaster, and calling it a disaster honestly feels too polite. The internet had turned into a full detective squad, picking apart every tiny detail of the leaked footage like it was a major crime scene. Memes were everywhere. Jokes about wigs were unavoidable. Remy Ma started trending worldwide, but not for reasons she probably wanted. The real explosion happened when Claressa Shields went live on Instagram the next morning. She was sobbing, wearing heavy makeup and an oversized hoodie that clearly didn't belong to her. The caption on her live said, "I didn't deserve this. Not on my wedding day, not from someone I once admired." It wasn't just a live. It was a full-blown emotional breakdown, complete with moments that felt like commercial breaks for sympathy. Claressa dropped bombshell after bombshell. She confirmed that the wedding was real. Yes, real marriage papers had been signed. She revealed that she and Papoose had been secretly engaged for months and decided on a private wedding to protect their peace. But then came the darker accusations. Claressa said that Remy Ma had been harassing her for weeks, sending strange messages and even showing up uninvited at her gym. Things got serious fast. In the middle of her live session, Claressa's manager jumped on the call and announced they were filing for a restraining order and planning to sue Remy for physical assault and emotional distress. Yes, a lawsuit was officially happening, and it didn't stop there. Claressa's team said they had security footage showing Remy arriving at the venue carrying a duffel bag, and not just any bag. A duffel bag of intent, they called it. Allegedly inside were a pair of combat boots, a folder stuffed with evidence, and a special satin pouch designed to carry the wig she snatched. If you're going to crash a wedding, at least bring some props, right? But while Claressa was crying, on live, Remy Ma had another trick up her sleeve. Just as Claressa's mascara was running, Remy posted a video. No words. No music. Just a slow zoom into a wedding invitation that had been mailed to her under the fake name Marie R. Scott. The caption? "You invited me. You just didn't think I'd show up." Plot twist of the century. Now the internet was officially split into teams. Some people backed Claressa, calling her the true victim and saying Remy went way too far. Others supported Remy, claiming she simply stood up for herself in a savage but satisfying way. Then there were people watching. Papoose joking that he should blink twice if he needed help. Just when we thought it couldn't get crazier, someone leaked the couple's prenup. A copy of the document made its way to the press, and it was juicy. It showed that if the marriage ended within 90 days, Claressa would walk away with a lot. Luxury cars, a condo in Miami, and even a cut from the Black Love brand that Papoose built with Remy. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a chess game. Meanwhile, Papoose kept his silence. He was spotted walking into a Manhattan recording studio alone, wearing a hoodie that said, "Love is a battle." Subtle much? Claressa went full steam ahead with her lawsuit. She even sat down for an exclusive interview on The Breakfast Club, telling the hosts, "That woman tried to ruin my happiest day, but karma always wears red heels." The shade was heavy. Remy Ma, meanwhile, wasn't hiding either. It turns out she had been filming a documentary for over a year called Unbothered, the Remy Ma story. Producers were now scrambling to add the wedding chaos as the season finale.